Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. Baba's Murli today is the 21st of June 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, your Brahmin life is now higher than the deity life because at this time you know the three worlds and also the three aspects of time. You are God's children. Question. What steep climb are you children climbing? Answer. To change from human beings into deities is the steep climb, and you are now climbing that. It is said that if you climb, you can taste the nectar of love. This is a very steep climb, but the wonder of it is that you climb it within a second, whereas it takes time to descend. Second question. There will be cries of victory when the urn of sin breaks. How is this symbolized on the path of devotion? Answer. Sita is shown emerging from an urn. That is, when the urn of sin becomes full and breaks, Sita and Radhe take birth. And that is how devotion begins. And the song of Baba's Murli, take us away from this land of sin to a place of rest and comfort. Om Shanti. You sweetest children heard the song of devotion. On the path of devotion they call out, take us away from this impure world to the pure world. Take us from the land of peacelessness to the land of peace. It is in your intellects that there was another world where there was peace as well as happiness. There was the kingdom of the emperor and empress, Lakshmi and Narayan, and their images also exist here. The history and the geography that human beings study is only of a quarter of the world. It does not cover even half a cycle. No one knows of the golden and silver ages. It is as though their eyes are closed, as though they are one-eyed. No one knows the history and geography of the world. The world is very large. When did the new world begin? When did it become old? And when does it then become new and old again? You children know and understand this. It will definitely become that. You have to go through the golden, silver, copper, and iron ages. The golden age will definitely come after the iron age. At the confluence age, the one who establishes the golden age comes. This is a very good way to explain. It is the Father alone who transformed the Iron Age into the Golden Age. But even this easy point does not enter anyone's intellect because their intellects are locked by the lock of Maya. Excuse. They sing praise of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, you are the intellect of the wise. Give wisdom to the foolish ones. All others give devilish directions. It is the Father alone who gives elevated directions. It is the Father alone who gives elevated instructions. People call out, but they do not understand anything. You children have now the knowledge of the three worlds. It is not that you have knowledge of just this world, but you also know what is beyond this world. You now have the knowledge of the three worlds, the soul world, the subtle region, and the corporeal world in your intellects. It is in the intellects of those who study well. You are studying in a school, and so the knowledge should fully remain in your intellects. The knowledge of the three aspects of time is now in your intellects. You become Trikaldarshi, in brackets, the seer of the three aspects of time. But you cannot be called Trilokinath, the Lord of the three worlds. No one becomes Trilokinath. The word Trikaldarshi is accurate. You know the three worlds and the three aspects of time. We definitely reside in the soul world. We souls live there. No one else has this knowledge in his intellect. You children understand? What do we understand? That the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is Trikaldarshi. He knows the three aspects of time, the beginning, the middle, and the end, and also the three worlds. You can call Lakshmi and Narayan the masters of Vaikuntha, paradise, but not the masters of the three worlds. They are the masters of heaven. You cannot call the Father the master of paradise. This is something to be understood, because Baba doesn't go to the new world heaven, so he's not the master of paradise, but he's the master of the three worlds. And he knows the three aspects of time. This is something to be understood. No human being can be as knowledgeable as God. They say that God is Jani, Janan, and Har. That is the one who knows the secrets within and is knowledgeable. However, they do not understand the meaning of that. If he were the knower of the secrets within, he would then also know what is in everyone's heart. People call him omnipresent and defame him. You now belong to the godly community, and you will then belong to the deity community. Who is higher, God or the deities of the golden age? Higher than those deities are the deities of the subtle region. Brahma, the resident of the subtle region, is said to be the highest. He is Avya. This one here is Vyat, corporeal. He is praised when he becomes a pure angel. If Brahmins were to be adorned with the ornaments now, it would not suit them. This is why Vishnu is shown holding the discus of self-realization. You now understand the meaning of the conch, the discus, the maize, and the lotus flower. Lakshmi and Narayan would not be given these weapons in the golden age because they refer to this time. In fact, these are weapons of knowledge. It is not a question of physical weapons. In the scriptures, they show physical weapons. They show the armies of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. But they have not shown females in those armies. They have only shown men in the Pandava army. Where did the Shakti army go? This is incognito. No one knows where the Shiv Shakti army, no one knows where the Shiv Shaktis went. They have not given any description of it. How did the Shaktis battle? They have shown an army, but no one is able to understand that. They've written down whatever someone said. You now understand accurately. We are all actors, and each soul has received his own part. You have now come to know all the secrets of the drama from Baba, the one who is the creator, the director, and the principal actor. There are 4 ages, that is, 4 parts, which are called epochs. In fact, there are 5 ages. The 5th is this beneficial age, the confluence of the golden and silver ages cannot be called the benevolent age because you descend at that time. This is a ladder which you have to descend from Satopradhan to Rajo and then Tamo. So you have to come down this ladder. In knowledge, you gallop up the ladder once and you then continue to come down the ladder that you had ascended. It is very easy to come down the ladder, but very difficult to ascend. Why is it difficult to ascend? Bible says you have to make a lot of effort. To become a deity from a human being is a steep climb. It is said that if you want to climb up, you will taste the nectar of love. You understand that you are now ascending and that you will later fall and your bones will be crushed. How long does it take? This ascent is very steep. You understand that you are once again ascending and you will later descend. It can only take a second to ascend. Those who come later can ascend in a second. Innocent mothers are assaulted, and the daughters call out, Baba, save us from being stripped. There are a lot of daughters. Innocent ones are assaulted a great deal. When they are beaten, the urn of sin becomes full, and when it becomes full, it breaks. They have shown Sita emerging from an urn. You, true Sitas, are now emerging. Radhe as well as Sita emerge. When they write Rajupati, Ravan, Baba says, when they write Rajupati, Raghav, Rajaram, it's the praise of Rama. They add Sita's name. They speak about Jagat Amba and Jagat Pita. They later become a prince and princess. They were Lakshmi and Narayan, but look what they have now become at the end. There were once 330 million human beings in the Golden Age. There were very few human beings there, and only later on there was expansion. The deity community continues to take rebirth and then becomes the devilish community. Those who belong to the devilish community are being transformed into those who belong to the deity community. They are made that every cycle, the entire knowledge has entered your intellect. It is you who become Trikaldarshi, and you have also received the knowledge of the three worlds. You say that you were worthy of worship, the masters of Vaikunth, heaven, and that you have now become worshippers, the masters of hell. However, by not understanding the precise meaning of Hamso, they say of themselves Hamso, that is, they call themselves God. There is so much difference. It is now explained to you that this is the history and the geography of the world. You now know this unlimited cycle, and you also know the three worlds and the three aspects of time. The Father is teaching these incognito things. So Baba says no one knows about this. Even the Gita does not contain these things. Those who have this knowledge are able to teach others. Later, they will all come and repeat their parts at their own time. Christ will repeat his part at his own time. You understand that you become the ones who belong to the Sun dynasty and the Moon dynasty, and who later becomes those who belong to the merchant and Shudra communities. The cycle continues to turn in this way. The Buddhists and those of Islam will come and repeat their parts at their own time. When there is the one original deity religion, other religions will not exist. There is only one world. The Father has explained the secrets of the Creator and the creation to you. Every person is a limited Brahma who creates children and sustains them. It is the creation that receives an inheritance from their Creator, their Father. Have you ever heard of a brother giving an inheritance to another brother? You children understand that firstly, there are limited fathers, whom everyone knows. You receive a limited inheritance from a limited father. No one becomes a master of the world by studying the knowledge that worldly teachers teach. These things are unlimited. Limited ones remember that unlimited Father. They call him Baba, Shiv Baba. The Creator would be called Baba. Baba by itself is very insignificant, and so he is called Shiv Baba. He is incorporeal. It is asked, what is your relationship with Shiv Baba? They say, Shiv Baba, fill our aprons. Shiva is the accurate name for Baba. The picture of Shankar is separate. They have mixed Shiva and Shankar together. And so they say Shiv Shankar is a very big mistake. And so to say Shiv Shankar is a very big mistake. The highest on high Father has forgotten. The highest on high Father has been forgotten. Many good pictures are made. Establishment is now taking place through Brahma. Only at this time do you receive knowledge. You have now become Brahmins. So where do Brahmins come from? I adopt them just as I adopted Brahma. Brahmins are born through Brahma. You understand that you are now Prajapita Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. It is essential to insert the word Prajapita. Just to say Brahma is not enough, because many have the name Brahma, but no one would have the name Prajapita Brahma. It is Baba says, he is a human being. Rudra Shiv Baba has created the sacrificial fire of knowledge. So Brahmins are definitely needed. You understand who the Brahmins are. The sacrificial fire is created through Brahmins. You are now Brahmins, and you later have to become deities. Everyone has to come down onto this earth. So where will everyone then go? All are sacrificed in the Rudra Gyan Yajna. The world, Baba says, the whole of this whole world is sacrificed into this Rudra Gyan Yajna. The flames of destruction emerge from this sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra. It is said, destruction through Shankar. You also see the signs of that. This is the exact time. It is said there are Europeans, Yadvas, the Kauravas, and the Pandavas. But the people of Bharat have forgotten their religion. There are also pictures of this, but still no one knows them. There was the kingdom of deities, but who gave them that kingdom? How was the deity religion established? They do not understand this at all. The one who establishes religion then explains it. No one else can explain the history and the geography of the world, nor can anyone else give the knowledge of the three worlds. You have now understood the part of everyone. You will come down at, Bible says, all will come down at their own time to play their parts. As you progress further, your praise will increase. Expansion will take place quickly, and you will have to build a very large building. This is part of the drama. You understand that so many children will come. They will continue to increase. They will come to take the teachings. Many others will come just to look around. If the education minister comes, you have to explain the knowledge to him as well. Our history and geography is of the world. No one understands the cycle of the whole cycle. You have now been made master oceans of knowledge by the ocean of knowledge. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdana. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana points to practice for today. The first point, you have to study the unlimited history and geography and teach others. In order for you to be given the ornaments, you have to become a pure angel. Second point, the intellect of the wise is only the one Father. Therefore, follow his Srimad and become wise. Maintain the intoxication that this Brahmin life is invaluable. Baba's blessing for today. May you be an image that attracts by imbibing the fragrance of complete purity along with color and form. Baba explains this very beautifully. Baba says, by becoming Brahmins, you have all developed color and form. You have all developed color and your forms have transformed. However, your fragrance is number-wise. In order to become an image that attracts, along with color and form, you also need to have the fragrance of complete purity. Purity doesn't mean just celibacy, but it is the means to be detached from bodies. Do not let your heart become attached to anything except the Father. Be celibate in terms of your body. Celibate in your relationships and celibate in your sanskars. Only spiritual roses with such fragrance become images that attract. And Baba's slogan for today, recognize the real truth, and it will become easy for you to experience super sensuous joy. Om Shanti. Do have a very powerful day in Baba's remembrance.